All right, guys, welcome back. So this one is going to be a very quick video. It's just a step 1, 2, 3. Just something for you to remember whenever you are trading using the dashboard and trying to get your consistent results. So number 1, dashboard peaks. Check the dashboard, the Peak Finder dashboard, find the peaks. Now that you have identified the peaks, now you follow behind that with your analysis, and that analysis is based on your rules, which you would follow behind to make sure that all of your rules are met. And once you have identified that your rules have been met, and you trade near the high and the low, and the high and the low is what I just showed you, and I was showing you where the stop loss would go, or where I put my stop loss. And that was if the one that I showed you was a low and the other one was a high, that's just where I would put it. So anyway, if you want to have the least amount of drawdown and the least amount of loss, then get as close to one of those highs and lows as you can for your trade. If not, get in, be willing to take the loss. If you take the loss, whatever. And another thing, next, don't over leverage. I know you want to get to a result. We all want to get to a result. I have been working a decade to get to the results that I am at right now. I have been going at a turtle pace because, I get to see everything, experience everything, and I don't miss all the lessons and the blessings along the way. So I'm okay with something taking me 10 years to get there. I'm okay with it taking me 50 years to get there, because at least at year 50, I know that I covered all the bases. I took my time. I was humble. I was patient, and I did not rush a result. Because if I rush a result, guess what I'm building my foundation of results on? A house of cards. There is nothing solid in a rushed result. Imagine all of the lessons that you needed to learn along the way that you bypassed because you were trying to get to a place that you're not ready for yet. So be, like I said before, in love with the process, because it is a process to progress. And you have to be okay with that process. You can't try to get there before you get there. It's like when you're a kid and you're like, I can't wait to grow up. I can't wait to grow up. But then you become an adult and then you're like, man, I wish I would have waited. I wish I would have waited and learned more, because now I got to learn all this shit that I didn't, spend the time doing when I was a kid. Like my grandpa, for example, and my grandparents, they grew our food, and they grew food. They had 2 gardens, canned all of our food. So we grew up on, fresh foods that were straight from our yard in the garden. And many times, many times, he would ask me, and this was after I already had children, you want to come out into the garden and help me out? You want to go do this with me or do that with me? And me being the rebellious younger me that I was, that was so fucking stubborn and stupid, I said no over and over and over again. I think I might have went out there like a handful of times. I put drugs and parties and friends and all this stupid shit that doesn't fucking matter in front of what I needed to learn. And now I have all these heirloom seeds. I have 60 acres of land to grow on. And I'm sitting here like, I got to look up a fucking YouTube video when my grandpa was a green thumb and he could have made anything grow that he touched. And I could have learned all of that from him, but I did not, because I chose to focus on the wrong things and escape from my reality and rush a result. Don't be like my former self. Do better. Because that's another thing. Over leveraging. Yeah, you can get there really fast, but you can also get the opposite direction just as fast. So be okay with your small little wins and your small gains and your proper risk management and your lack of over leveraging. Marry your decision and you will be okay. All right. I'll see you guys in the trading room. 1 video left and we are done. Actually, you know what? That was short, so I'm going to add this one to it. This is my final piece that I'm going to say. Fuck around and find out. If you are too scared to fuck around and test your theories, no matter the outcome of them, how will you ever find out what you're capable of? It is absolutely impossible to find out. You cannot tell what a trading system does that you do not test and see the results of, or back test and see the results of. You can't. So how do you expect you, the trader, to know what you're capable of if you won't even spend the time to test out your own theories, your own strategies, and be okay with whatever happens? Just observe. Be the observer. Stop being in the body, in, the one that it's happening to. It's not happening to you, it's happening for you. Rise up out of your body. We call this the God view in one of our other classes. It's like you're in a game and you're overseeing yourself from outside of your body, and you're watching all the different things that you're doing. Zoom out and observe yourself from that space. This is how you detach from being in it. You're not in it now, you're over it. So stand over it, observe what you're standing over, and act from that place detached. And be willing to do what you got to do. Nobody who ever got anywhere in life didn't fuck around and find out. Okay? Let's just be real. All right. See you guys in the trade room.